You don't get it.
Well, for starters, why do you need a tower? Right? If you want to get on TV, why don't you just take over the airwaves like everybody else?
Because everyone else has already done it. Fucking Bane's done it.
Yeah, I done it.
Okay, well then why not just take over an existing tower? Why are we building a new tower?
Because a regular tower doesn't have a fire pole that goes from top to the bottom, that's why.
That's a bit garish, isn't it? Why'd you need that?
Because I'm the Joker!
Feels a little like you came up with the frosting.
Before you baked the cake.
Exactly. Thank you, Harley. You haven't baked the cake. Why don't you come back to us after you bake the cake? Huh, Joker?
Fine. I'll bake the fucking cake.
Hello, everybody. This is the Bug. I know it has been a while, hasn't it? I mean, I'm sorry that I have been depriving my fellow people of my lovely, lovely voice on here, talking about just about anything these days. And you would think that with all the time we've been having to ourselves over the last few months due to all the crazy things going out there in the world that I would, but I didn't. I dropped the ball on that one, but that's okay. I'm here now, and I have something to talk about. If you clicked on this video, then you know that I'm going to be reviewing the first season of Harley Quinn. Now, I was pretty excited for the show the second I even heard about it, because, like, a dedicated Harley Quinn show that is not only R-rated, but has multiple characters such as like Poison Ivy, King Shark, Clayface, characters I do like, you know. Like, it was interesting. I wanted to see how this would go, and I can honestly say, just as a first little disclaimer, I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yes, I did. Now, to give an idea of what the show is about. Now, it starts off with Harley Quinn basically smartening up. You know, she finally sees the Joker for who he is because of because of the comics and every other form of the media. Like, Harley is an abuse victim. She's kind of been like a poster child for it. Joker's always been like manipulating her, hitting her, doing all these things that keeps her in line, you know. And kind of like recently, you know, in like the other forms of media, not the comics. The comics have been doing this for a few years now. But yeah, they've been able to pry Harley away from the Joker, and they started doing stories with her. This is one of them. Like, this show has like Harley finally just ended all with the Joker, and now is thinking, you know what, I'm going to get back at him for all of the horrible things he's done to me. Like, I'm going to become the #1 super bitch in all the world. Like, I will take his #1 spot from him, you know, to rub it in his face. And that's pretty cool, because I like that idea, you know. I also like, the show has a particular style. Like, it's got like I would say kind of like a Saturday morning cartoon vibe mixed with your typical, like, I don't know, I would say a slight degree of like something kind of you would expect in a Rick and Morty thing, maybe, I don't know. I'm drawing horrible comparisons, I know. But yeah, essentially the show is all about Harley trying to make it up in the supervillain world. But it's kind of a bit of a hard thing for her because she's kind of always been relegated as like sidekick or just the Joker's girlfriend, nothing of note on her own. So she's got to start from the bottom, you know, and try to work her way up the top, you know, by committing various villain acts and all these other trials and tribulations and shit. You know, like hell, she's trying to, in like I think it was like the second episode or so, she's trying to actually get herself an actual crew. You know, and that's where we meet some of the other characters. You know, but she can't like get the top quality types. You know, just because of her status. And then she's able to find some, and with this like ragtag of like, I'd say like B-list, C-list type characters you would see in the comic books become part of her little operation, you know. And I love them for what they are. They are great, and they provide just a swell of comedy, which is another thing. Like the show, while it can hit you hard with a serious like feeling or a like shocking moment, it kind of keeps in like a good realm of comedicness. Although I think they're able to like balance it out like pretty well, I would say. You know, and from all the characters that can appear, like, you know, you have all your villains like Joker, Harley, Poison Ivy, King Shark, Clayface, Dr. Psycho. You know, you even have like Justice League members pop up. Batman is like a reoccurring character on the show, played by I think his name was Diedrich Bader, maybe. He played Batman in the Brave and the Bold series, so he's reprising his role there. And yeah, it's a very I like this show very much. In terms of the characters and maybe like how they're accurate to the comics, I think with some of them they're a little bit different. With like, I mean, Harley is just about as Harley as you can get. I think Haley Kukwo, or I cannot pronounce her name. I don't know if it's Coconut or Cocoa Puff. I don't know. But she does a great job, and I think she's got a good voice for it, especially for Harley, who's always like so like energetic and just kind of like jumping to one plan from the next, and, you know, kind of like that cheerleader that's just hopped up on sugar and shit, you know. For Ivy, I think they did swap a little bit out of her character. I think she's not like your typical like seductress, you know, kind of like showing a little leg here and there to kind of like make you fall in love with her. She's kind of more relegated. Like her personality is a little more like laid back, you know, like that one wine ant that's kind of just sitting there, you know, with a glass of wine, just like yeah, you know. But not to say that she's not. It doesn't diminish her character. I think it's nice. You know, I can always go with a little variety here and there. King Shark maybe would probably be the biggest change up, maybe, because, you know, he's always like depicted as like a big tough brooding type, you know, like he's like the strong man ready to punch someone through the wall, while he's a little more like he's a little more laid back, the kind of like a gentle giant type, although he is known to just bite somebody's face off, you know, just chomp. I can't say I know about Dr. Psycho's character to really, in the comics, to really say if there was anything that's different from the source material, because he is kind of in that like C-list area, because he is a Wonder Woman villain, and when you think of Wonder Woman villains, Dr. Psycho is not the top one you think of. You're usually thinking of like characters like Cheetah or Ares or Cersei. Those are like the main three. Anyone else, you're kind of just not even really paying attention. Clayface, I think he's a little bit different, but I think they play off the more the idea of him being an actor with a little more like exaggeration, because normally he was a great actor that, you know, just kind of got screwed over and turned into the Clayface. While here, it seems like he's more in the lines of aspiring actor, which is always fun. And he's kind of one of those ones that would ham it up a bit. Like he plays a role and he like just takes it a little too far. Like there's a whole scene where he's like trying to just approach someone and he's like pretending to be like a waiter. He's like, "Your champagne, sir." You know, it's like, okay, it's like tone it down. You know, he's funny, he's hilarious, and Alan Tudyk does an impressive job with him, so I am happy with that. So that's all I can say on terms of, like, the comic book accuracy. What else can I really say about the show? Oh, right, R-rated, so there's gonna be, like, F-bombs and all sorts of cussing and blood and guts is happening. I mean, the first episode, you literally see Joker rip off this like bloody face because he killed this man and just wore his face off in like this bloody Mission Impossible style thing. I mean, and he's even doing like puppetry with the thing, making all these characters, you know, like puke out and like disgust. You know, so like, yeah, it could get violent and bloody. Which is good, you know, it shows the tone of the show. That's what I can say. Now, I'd say if any negatives I could have on this show, I think are not on the show itself. I think it's just more personal preference. It's just the whole the weekly formula that they release the episodes in, you know, because they only release them like once every one episode every Friday, yada yada yada. But I guess it's just a good marketing ploy and way to keep people invested in the long term, and it definitely helps nowadays. But yeah, it's like a good 13 episode run. I mean, I wish that the episodes were not 30 minutes long. Because it's kind of like, it gets in that field of when the episode finally ends, it's like, oh man, I need more, you know, because it's like, they'll end with some cliffhangers and all this stuff. So like, I don't know, I feel like I really wish they could have like upped it, especially like maybe put it into like maybe an hour-ish, because I would have been fine with a good like straight hour of Harley Quinn content per week, but that's just more of a preference. I mean, I guess it's just working for them how it is, especially since we're already like kind of nearing the tail end of season 2 as we speak, and I will get to that review when the full season comes out. Don't you worry about a thing. Now, for any other things I can think about for this show, it's a great time. Like, I think if you're a Harley fan, you'll love it. If you're just a normal DC fan that just wants to watch something that's good and doesn't have like some horrendous crap just shoving itself in for you like every 10 seconds, this is it. You want something that you could just shut your brain off to for a little bit, for like half an hour at a time, this is it. Even if you just want something good to binge these days, I'd go watch it. You know, Harley Quinn Season 1 is an amazing show for me, and I would definitely recommend it to anybody who can figure out a way to watch it. Like, it's funny, it's got some good action, you know. The voice work is amazing. They got a good voice cast going on there. The story pretty easy to follow. You know, it's engaging. It's fun. You feel for the characters when certain things occur and happen. You know, like it's a really good time, and it definitely it's definitely a great show to start off with. I think if DC starts making more shows of this particular type, I think they really have something on their hands. But for the moment, we only have the 2 seasons, you know, that are out. Hopefully they'll renew it for a third season because I would love to see this continue on, but we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, as I said, I will be reviewing the second season as soon as I can, as soon as all the episodes for it are out, because as of this moment, we're only on, I think we just got done with episode 9, I think it might be episode 9 or 10 that might be next? I don't know, but I'm definitely in the tail end of it. But yeah. Harley Quinn, what did you guys think? Have you watched the show? If you did, what are your thoughts? Also, what else would you like me to review in the Buggy channel? You know, leave a comment down below. I'd like to thank you all for coming along. You know, enjoy your time, have a cup of coffee, or what have you. Enjoy your day. Goodbye.